Today, it's going to be different than what I thought it was, just like last week. The artsy fun video is in the works, but conditions need to be a little different and more work needs to be put into it. So hopefully that's coming soon, but it's not coming today. What I wanted to talk about was some tips and tricks I have and some lessons I've learned from being in shows and being in theater and some stuff you should know and some things that I've learned along the way. So the first tip or lesson is that be nice. Because one time I was having a bad day and I was more introverted and something that technically wasn't my department, but I responded very passively, and I always look back and I'm like, man, I was a jerk. Like, that wasn't nice. Like, I should have been more wanting to jump in there, and then you kind of always try to be attentive and wanting to jump in there all the time. Drama. Don't get into drama or any gossiping. It just makes things worse. You can tell if you are confronted with gossip. You can either ask them to stop. Something I've implemented is that you say, if you're confronted with gossip, say, I'm not going to say anything about anyone, which I've implemented. And another thing is be quiet. So don't open your mouth. Don't engage in drama. You can try to stop it, but if you feel like they're not going to stop, then you can just be quiet. The next tip is practice, practice, practice. Most people get rejected. Some people are amazing and they don't get rejected because they're just that good off the bat. But most people, they got really excited for that one show and they were so excited, but then they didn't get in, and it's like, I'm just gonna go eat ice cream on my bed forever. And but you can't just sit on your bed and eat ice cream forever. You have to keep practicing and keep trying. Even if that's auditioning for shows you're not familiar with or a new theater that you haven't been a part of. Obviously, if it's a show that's morally objectionable, then don't audition for it. But take chances and don't be afraid to step outside. Another thing is take care of yourself. There was a show where our energy was low and the director was like, how many of you have actually eaten today? And eaten in the last few, before you came here. And me, among other people, admitted to having rushed there and not being able to eat recently. And the director was saying how you need to eat, you need to stay hydrated, and you need to sleep. And I was like, what? Because if you want to perform how you want to perform, then you have to be taking care of yourself. And it's weird for me because I'm not necessarily good at that. I just forget. So to have somebody say that you need to do that was good, because your energy will be down otherwise. Listen to direction. The director is usually trying to help you. Don't give attitude where it's not needed. The director sees the big picture of your show and not just your individual character. Sometimes you just see your character and where you fit in, but the director sees their whole vision. You know what I mean? So don't just be you know what I mean? Obviously, if something is an issue and you think something is dangerous or not right, then you should definitely let somebody know. But if it's just direction, then take it. Breathe. That's another important one. The whole show doesn't depend on just you, especially if you're a secondary character. You just need, if anything goes wrong, it's a shared blame, and you just need to relax. I feel like we take blame because we feel like if we take blame and it's our fault, then we can fix it somehow. We can be that's my fault, so I'll fix it. But that's not, there's some things that are everyone's fault. Forgive. Everyone makes mistakes, messes up a line, is in a crappy mood. But you have to be able to move on so there can be a harmony with the production. You can't get in a little argument with someone 3 months before the show starts, hold that grudge the whole time. That's not gonna work. So you need to be forgiving. Be reliable. I'm late for my cue. Don't skip rehearsal. Let them know if you have any conflicts. Be attentive to everyone's needs. Be a peacemaker, not a troublemaker. And I'm not an expert. I've only been in a few shows compared to people who have been doing theater since they were like 6 years old. I'm definitely not like up there, but these are just some things that like I've taken and I realized, okay, this is how I need to handle this, or okay, this is what I've learned here, and this is how you should behave, or like, yeah, so, and this doesn't just apply to this, it applies to a lot of things. Okay, bye!